I'm okay with punching foxes. In games.
In video games.
In games.
In video
Let's
games.
establish
Yes.
that I'm not suggesting that you go around and punch goats.
Ooh.
Oh, God. Oh,
that was a great
whoa.
wolf.
Oh, my goodness. I'm a terrible person. Paul Tamayo, don't tell HR. They're like, what did you and Heather do today? Oh, she was like really into punching wolves.
It was weird.
Hello, world. Hi, how are you? This is Heather Alexandra for Kotaku.com. I am joined by
Paul Tamayo.
Paul Tamayo.
Hey.
Paul.
Yes.
We are back.
We are back.
With Metal Gear Survive.
Oh my God.
We are doomed to wander this wasteland.
Keeps pulling us back in.
For the amusement of and I don't know, perverse curiosity of folks.
For the culture.
So we're playing inside the story mode right now. This is my wonderful base. So I played all day yesterday because that's my job.
Yeah.
And
you're professional.
It's a little weird. So you have this base that you can go to, and then all of these missions that you go back and forth throughout this game world. You can also find teleporters that move you around and stuff. So I don't even know what I'm talking about right now in terms of where to even begin, because it's a big-ass game world.
Yeah.
One of the things I think that's really cool that I want to talk about right away is actually how much this game stresses, like, getting food and stuff. So there aren't many things that I think I don't know, I still have mixed feelings about this game, so much so that I'm having trouble even talking about it. But I do enjoy the way that it handles, like, you having to get food. Also, I'm just gonna... Oh, I didn't mean to... Well, I guess I did. So that's the start of our argument for Metal Gear Survive. I just punched a sheep and
There you go.
did that. Because I think what the game wants you to do is walk around with a spear and like do this thing. So much easier. Pro tip: run up to the sheep and punch them.
Yeah,
and
just
then you
mercy
can
kill
get
'em.
stuff.
Yeah.
Because in a lot of ways, the way that this game handles food and healing is actually closer to Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater than it is to Metal Gear Solid 5, where definitely the game world is Metal Gear Solid 5, taking a lot of assets from there because why waste the money when you can recycle?
Right.
But then the premium that it places on cooking food and healing yourself and things like that, I kind of enjoy. There aren't as many things I really dig about this game, but I wanted to show that off right away because going back to get food and going to your base or something, I dig that.
Yeah, I'm into that sort of survival, those survival mechanics in general. But you also just mentioned to me off air before we started recording that you just learned how to boil water.
Well, I'm not even there yet.
You're not even
so
there
let's talk about this base for a minute.
Yeah.
So you have workbenches, and then I just went here to cook. So one of the big things in this game is the fact that you can eat undercooked stuff or eat dirty water. I have tons of dirty water, and that can make you sick or infected, and then you have to like heal yourself. And I kind of like that component of it. I want to start off with the things I really, really dig in this game. And the hunger and thirst mechanic, pretty nice. It makes it feel really like a survival game where you have to do all sorts of stuff. But also, I thought maybe you would learn how to handle stuff on the go, and instead it's kind of finish enough missions and then you'll get the upgrades you need. It feels really gated. So I wrote about this game yesterday, and the one thing I said is that it feels really grindy in the sense that, boy gosh, do you have to do a lot to sort of unlock the necessary things that make the early game feel all right. This game, the start of this game is tricky. It's a lot of cutscenes where nothing really matters. So for those of you who don't know, this is technically some sort of side story from Metal Gear Solid 5. Ground Zeroes more specifically, but also Metal Gear Solid 5 Phantom Pain, where you're playing as a member of Big Boss's mercenaries. I think at the time they're Militaire Sans Frontières, and the base gets attacked, and all of a sudden you are tossed into what is basically hell. They call it Daite, and it's full of zombies and all sorts of stuff. And I guess that's kind of cool, but it feels really weird even by Metal Gear standards, has been my big thing.
Yeah, I'm only like 30, 45 minutes into it, and those opening cutscenes, it sort of feels like Metal Gear, sort of, but there's still some, like we mentioned last time we played this, just feels weird.
I think the production quality is definitely there, but it just feels a little out of place. I like the survival stuff. I wanted to start with that right away. Going around and looting like I am right now, opening this to get different recipes for things, all of that's really cool. The broader story, like implications and everything that's going on there, a little tougher to stomach. I guess that's one of the things that's rough about this game is knowing where to go. This game world is interesting insofar as there are teleporters and things to loot. I like the process of going out and looting. I'm trying to be complimentary before I kind of rag on this game because I think the narrative right now for this game is, oh, potatoes, I need those.
That's the narrative? Oh, potatoes?
Well, that's my narrative, is that I need potatoes.
Yeah.
Because I can farm.
Sure.
There's all sorts of stuff you can do in this game. You can farm, you can build different defenses for your base. In single player, that's kind of nice to build things out and make progress. But also, it means that the early game is a lot of scrounging. It's a lot of maybe not getting exactly where you need to go. So let's get back to this transporter. There are definitely moments in this game where I think we've both felt kind of into the process of going around and hunting and finding things, but also, man, that early game it's just rough. It's a lot of, there's zombies and portals, and the game doesn't really, it implies like, oh, there's going to be a greater mystery between some sort of scientist and this guy named Good Luck and all sorts of things.
Some Metal Gear ass stuff.
Like they try and lean into some of that Metal Gear shenanigans,
right,
but it's still kind of rough. This area is, there are areas where it's encased in what is basically this really vile sort of dust. And you need oxygen to go through it. So we're slowly making our way through here. There's definitely zombies nearby. Look at that.
Look at them.
I have trouble dealing with the zombies in this game, not in terms of killing them, but just like, what are these zombies doing here? I'm not completely sold on the zombie thing.
Right.
Definitely sold on the process of going around and grabbing stuff. I think when we sort of first played the beta, there was this worry that there wasn't going to be much of a single-player experience. It felt kind of just like this multiplayer thing where you grind and get weapons and stuff, and that component definitely is there, but I do appreciate that there's at least a game world for me to explore and to find stuff.
Yeah.
But also, sometimes it's just a process, man.
Some
It's
things,
just a process. There we go. We got zombies.
Some things feel a little weird. Like, how do you feel about that little stamina meter?
So it's tricky. So that guy's gonna see me. The stamina meter is affected by how much food and water that you've eaten or drank. Watch, this is just an easy way to deal with zombies, by the way. Oh, I've messed it up. Look at me being all confident. It's just, oh my gosh, game! Zombies! Stab them from behind. That's how you want to do it.
Just sidestep them.
So it's just a lot of yakety sacks like. I can also stomp on them.
Nice.
You get different skills in the game. Stomping is like a skill, which I think is really funny. But I can just, which is really, really good.
Fans of the Cha-Cha Slide will be happy
yes,
to hear
100%.
that stomping is encouraged.
All around. So dealing with zombies isn't too bad in this early game. Before I couldn't go through here because there was a fire blocking my path. Instead, I'm going to go through these ruins and see what I can find. The central process of grabbing loot and crafting, again, pretty gosh darn enjoyable.
Sure.
But thus far, the story has been kind of vague. You're just trapped, and there are some characters. There are these AI that we were talking about called Virgil, and then there's some soldier guy who's with you who's pretty generic. The one thing that I really like about Metal Gear games is that there's usually a ton of really unique characters in the cast, and right now that doesn't seem to be the case. It's mostly this robot talking to me who I don't really care about, and missions that I don't quite understand what my purpose is. You're going around and gathering data so that you can find a way to escape from Beetlejuice Land or whatever we want to call it. And I don't know, it doesn't completely work. I like finding these containers, though. I'm a big fan. Oh, that guy. Yeah, right on the shitter. Hey, do you think he minds? Is he like, I'm trying to get stuff done here? I like lock-picking mini-games. I'm going to make a little segue here.
Yeah.
I'm always a fan of them.
Yeah.
Because it feels like something that I can get done without needing like a bunch of upgrades or something, even in Oblivion or whatever. I just took water from the shitting gear.
Oh, man.
Don't know how I feel about that.
Spoil it.
Where am I supposed to go in this horrible tunnel?
It is pretty eerie, though. I'll give it that.
Yeah, this game has a lot of atmosphere. I know, broadly, I've not been overly impressed with this game, but I think in terms of atmosphere, in terms of the process of making it feel like a survival game, it does a decent job. My biggest problem with this game has been reconciling how much I'm kind of uncomfortable with some of the changes, how it just feels kind of like a cash-in-y type of grab where you're just sort of doing like, I don't know, I still don't know why the Metal Gear branding is here, and I don't want to put so much stress on Kojima to be like, he's the only reason Metal Gear was good, because that's not true.
Sure.
That series had all sorts of different writers on it. The best Metal Gear that I like is Metal Gear Rising, and that game wasn't even written by Kojima. It was written by a fellow named Etsu Tamari, who had worked on the other games as a sort of writer for like the codec conversations and things like that. There are more people involved with these games than just Kojima, but even those people aren't really involved here. Oh, that guy just took a tumble. They're, like, all the people that have been involved with the series in terms of directing its voice, in directing the way that the game sort of feels and the narrative, like, those people aren't really around. So you just have this thing that is sort of mechanically competent, but really vague and strange. So one thing that you'll find around the world are these, I don't know how to pronounce it. I'm gonna call them Cuban crystals.
Okay.
Why not?
Cubanos?
Yeah. Oh gosh, I could go for a Cubano right now. Like a really well-grilled one.
Oh yeah.
These are things that you can. So this energy is used partially to level up your skills, like your stats, which we can probably show off in a little bit when we get back to base. But it's also used to help you build items, weaponry, and things like that. Let's go back down here. Yeah, this is definitely the way to go. I'm at 40% oxygen.
Oh, no.
This is garbage.
Supply yourself with oxygen by using Kuban energy.
How do I supply myself with oxygen?
From your iDroid.
Thank you,
Oh,
robot.
wow.
That's so helpful. You actually told me something that was useful.
Shout out to you, robot.
Status. This is all my stuff there. Inventory. That seems promising. Gosh, it tells me that I can do this, and it doesn't explain particularly how to do this, which is, oh, it's right there. It's a big, I'm the blindest person in the world. It's this big fuck off button that says like push triangle. Thank you, video game.
Push triangle to breathe.
These, the menus, I go back and forth on thinking whether or not they're like too clinical and too kind of clean, even by Metal Gear standards, or thinking that maybe they're actually kind of helpful. Don't make your doors blend in with all the rest of your nondescript, hazy corridor.
Yeah.
I know we were talking about how this is like moody and atmospheric, but it's not necessarily great at conveying where to go. Oh gosh, medkits. I want those.
Look at this dude.
I like the feeling of finding good loot in a building. It's much better than dealing with some sort of screwy loot box or something.
Yeah.
The process of actually going out and finding things, I like it.
Pretty good.
You feel like you're exploring and scrounging. And I don't have to spend weird currencies to get some random loot thing. I was talking with folks, so people are sort of interested in how microtransactions work in this game, and right now there are coins that you can spend that you can, I guess you can pay with for real world money, but you're not using them to get loot boxes or anything like that. You can use them to buy like emotes for the multiplayer, or you can use them to buy boosters that give you they give you like a little bit more experience gain or resource gain while you're playing online. I'm not a fan of microtransactions just on principle. I kind of understand why they exist in terms of making sure that games, especially, oh shit!
Oh, sheesh.
Oh, you son of a bitch.
God.
They got me good.
So rude.
All I was going to say is, like, I get why microtransactions exist, and, like, to a certain extent, maybe I can deal with these ones insofar as they haven't been obtrusive. And when I tell people that, I think people get the wrong idea. Me saying they're not too obtrusive doesn't mean I think they're great. It just means I'm at least thankful that for now they haven't stopped me and been like, hey, oh, what the fuck?
Oh, jeez.
Okay. All I was going to say is that they haven't stopped me and been like, you have to do this thing.
Yeah.
Like, spend your money on these weird bullshit crystals. At the very least, they've been like, hey, you can get a new salute emote. And, like, I don't need that.
Yeah.
So I don't know. A lot of the design impulses and impetus in this game, I have a lot of questions about, but okay, this is what we want, by the way. Because they explode. Oh, it's such a tight little corridor.
Nice.
We want to stab them. Look at their, like, I don't know, man. Look at, like, when we saw these guys the last time we played, it was just a lot to deal with. And it still is a lot. Like, this is like some really extra bizarre stuff.
Yeah.
I'm taking some damage, though, which is not good. I Do I have any med kits or anything like that? Energy drink. Like, all of these cure effects, but I'm not getting any, like, spray or things like that. If I have food, one option that I have is to eat more food. I also need water. It's kind of inconvenient sometimes, but it is one of the things that I appreciate about this game a little bit more, is that it actually makes me manage my resources in a way that doesn't feel completely superficial.
Right.
But it can be a hassle. Oh, look at this. We're doing good.
Nice.
Sneaky.
There's something really nice about just that sound effect too when you pick up things. Like,
It's satisfying.
I still love that noise.
I kind of wish I was picking up weird cassette tapes or something, but you know. In general, though, man, I don't know what to think about this game. I'm gonna have to play it for like 40 more hours, and my heart of hearts says like, wow, that's a lot of time to spend doing the same process. I think my big fear with this game is that if you played like 20 or 40 minutes of it, you've basically played all of it.
Sure.
And thus far, that seems to hold true. And I think there can be a satisfying loop of going around, finding stuff, coming back. But I think if you really are putting in the time and rushing with this game, it's going to be really exhausting. This game is exhausting. It's this weird corporate-y off-brand thing. I don't know if I like it.
Yeah. But there are elements of it that
and I mean,
have it good.
I want to make it clear that like I don't want what we're talking about to sound like apologia for a game that is kind of off, but it's also like my job is to approach this thing in ways that like maybe I can find the good.
Sure.
But also, boy gosh, I still do not, Paul,
Yeah.
I do not know why this game exists.
Yeah.
I do not know why it is. Make it its own original property. Make it some sort of sneaky stealth game.
Sure.
I don't need it to be Metal Gear. Like,
Yeah.
it's fine. It's totally fine.
I also don't need it to be like directly connected to the Phantom Pain or whatever, you know?
Yeah, I love the fact that apparently when Big Boss was running away from his base and being like, shit, gotta get out of here, everything's exploding, he didn't look behind him and see the giant gosh darn hellhole where people were getting sucked in. Look at you again, you son of a bitch. Oh no, I thought I was gonna do okay. Gotta focus. There we go. Like he did not check to be like, well, what's going on behind me? Where apparently hell itself was just like, we're taking all your stuff.
Let me just look over my shoulder real quick.
I'll take all this loot. I think this guy is a
he's-
jokester.
Oh.
Oh, look at that.
He was
you,
not.
shame on you, video game. You thought you got me once. Well, fuck you. I'm good. Look at me do my little dance.
Nice.
Oh, you thought you could scare me.
Sick moves.
Oh, I'm a person who wishes we were making Silent Hill. We made a weird techno zombie instead.
Oh, man. You know what? What if this was set in the Silent Hill universe?
Oh gosh. If you had a game where I just had to hide from weird body horror nurses. And pyramid head and stuff, like, gosh, let me have that.
Yeah.
I don't need spears and pistols and weird stuff. Let me have the weird thing where I'm just hiding from one killer. I think we're going where we need to go. Again, this game, not great about conveyance. Not great at telling me where to go.
Everything also looks very similar.
It's a lot right now, so I gotta get back to base camp is what I need to do. But if there's anything up here that I can steal or grab, would be great.
Is that?
Excuse me?
It doesn't match anything in my database.
Oh.
What the F? Okay. Paul, I'm done. I'm done.
We're done.
What is this? What is this
is
Godzilla
happening?
kaiju weird potato-looking son of a bitch? You know what? We were spending a lot of time to kind of suss out what we do and do not like about this game.
Yeah.
Dude, what is this? It looks like a Silt Strider from Morrowind, except super huge. Oh, look at its
What? It
tiny
has
little
arms.
What is this bloodborne nonsense?
It's got like multiple.
Oh
multiple
boy,
arms.
Paul, I'm having a moment where I'm just
Yeah.
not on board. What is that its tail?
This game is doing
Are there
a
more
lot.
of them? Oh boy.
Oh, there's more than one.
Are they connected? Oh, Paul, I don't like that at all. Oh, you know what? Yeah, I just, I was trying to play along. I was trying to find the moments. I was like,
Yeah.
hey, yeah, finding potatoes are going around.
Yeah.
I still like that, but also, what the fuck? Oh, this game has made me animated in ways on our YouTube channel and stream that no other game has.
It's true.
Except maybe when I had to play through the Zelda CDI games. And you know what?
Yeah.
I suffer for other people's sins constantly.
Right.
I think I've suffered enough, Paul. What is this? Look, what
Bless-
happens if I
bless your
shoot it?
heart.
Does it even care? No, it
Nope.
doesn't even care.
Nope.
Is it just like more of them? Oh, I don't.
Is it just like one?
What is it? Is it just a crazy train of nonsense? Well, okay, you know what? Let's get up close to this thing.
Yeah. Why not? See if you can knife it.
Oh, you know what? Yeah. You know what? Let's do it. Hey, video game.
Yeah.
Can I? Fuck you!
Nice.
That's a. Oh
Direct
God!
hit.
Is somebody punching me? I don't know. Oh yeah, this is just.
What?
It keeps on
It
going.
hurts you.
Oh no! How long does it go? Probably forever. We need to find.
is so
We got to get back to
bizarre.
base camp.
What
We
is
need to. We need
happening?
to get our butt back to base camp. I almost said like Gaze camp or whatever, which I guess is just like a really gay base camp,
Hey,
which I'd be down for
I'm
that.
down. Yeah.
Oh God! You know. What?
Wow.
What?
Oh wait, is
Ugh.
it ending?
Now it looks like a crystal lizard from Dark Souls. What game are we playing?
I don't know.
Oh, we were trying to find our way through stuff. We were trying to suss out the thing. You know what? I don't know. I don't know if I can follow you over this weird path, Konami.
Yeah, Konami, you
Where,
kind of lost
where
us.
we?
I can't wait till you get to hop into a giant Metal Gear and fight it one on
Oh,
one.
you think that's gonna happen?
Box it
You think I
out.
get to build a? You know what? I bet you that does happen.
Yeah,
I
throw
bet
some
you I get to build a
haymakers.
giant ass Metal Gear and fight these crazy monster people.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Boy, I gotta get back to that teleporter ball. And first off, still reeling and confused. And also, you know, like I was saying, like teleporters, I'm down for. Maybe
Right.
tech zombies. You know what? Not a fan of tech zombies. I'll play your game though.
Yeah.
Sure.
Sure.
Giant nonsense.
Nonsense. That's a great way to put it.
Boy, I'm gonna be sussing this out all day. I'm gonna be messing with it. I keep on saying sus. I like that word.
That's a good word.
Are there like goats? Are there more goats I can punch?
Punch a goat.
Oh, there's like a fox. Want to punch a fox?
Yeah, let's do it.
You know what? Yeah, I'm okay with punching foxes. In games.
video games.
In
In
games.
video
Let's
games.
establish
Yes.
that I'm not suggesting that you go around and punch goats.
Ooh.
Oh God! Oh,
that was a great
whoa.
wolf.
Oh my goodness! I'm a terrible person.
Yeah.
Paul-
Oh.
Paul Tamayo, don't tell HR. Don't let them know that
Oh my God.
they're like, what did you and Heather do today? Oh, she was like really into punching
Yeah,
wolves.
it was weird.
All right, we gotta find a teleporter and get out of here. We're getting back to base. I feel
some
like I've
shit.
just seen a lot.
Yeah. That's why I'm saying I would not be surprised if Pyramid Head just popped up and was like, "Yo, you need some
Man.
help?"
I mean, I would totally be down for weird crossover events because you know what? Embrace the nonsense.
Yeah.
Go for it.
At this point, Konami just got to lean into it.
But also, I don't know. It wants to be serious. It wants to be this survival game where you have to protect yourself. And then it just tossed me like the dumbest version of the Jurassic Park scene with like the Brontosauruses or whatever.
And then you just punch a wolf.
We're like, welcome to Metal Gear Survive. That feels a lot like a Jeff Goldblum thing. They thought about whether or not they could do it. Konami didn't think about whether or not they should do it. That's chaos theory.
Yeah.
So we have to find this digger that will open a wormhole that maybe will get us back home. I'm sure it won't be that simple because video games.
Right.
But also,
Why are we bothering?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Look at this.
Who cares?
Oh, boy. We're trying to find the positives.
Yeah.
Giant
yeah.
Brontosauruses came in.
Settles it.
Feeling
Let's
rough.
go get
Oh,
this digger.
boy. I am still riled.
The wormhole
What?
digger
So,
capabilities
I'll
will
show
no
off the
doubt
base
prove
for me.
useful.
Oh.
You kind of have this grid
Okay.
where you can build stuff. So if I wanted to, for instance, build some fences, I could construct a fence and put it in that position. And I have a fair amount of iron to work with, so I could start building a lot of fences. I have these tiny rinky-dink barricades, which is, you know, that's fine. For now, the base doesn't seem like a lot's going on, but I think it will eventually expand into something hopefully really cool.
Yeah.
Now that we have potatoes, though, Paul,
Yes.
let's talk about potato farming.
Let's do it.
Might as well. Might as well potato farm. I think I built it over this way. Yeah, there it is. So again, all of these discrete systems that are kind of cool. Food, sneaking, farming. It's a lot, and I kind of see what they're going for. And then they drop a lot of stuff on me. I think it's
Yeah.
already got potatoes going.
Oh, okay. That's
And
convenient.
then I will be able to use more potatoes to do that. A lot of time ticking down before I can have some of these potatoes, though.
Huh.
So I need to see about at least drinking some water, which should be really good. I found some clean water, which is just molto bene. So good. And then I don't want to eat this raw meat, so we have to go grill that fox that I punched. Wolf. I keep on saying fox.
Yeah, it was a gray wolf.
Yeah.
Seeing these menus though, and all the like crafting and survival stuff, it is overwhelming to someone who still hasn't seen it yet. Yeah.
There's a lot of, and in practice, maybe it's not as tricky as you would think,
Sure.
but it's definitely, at first, a large part of the opening game is a ton of tutorializing. Here's how you do this thing. Hello, we have to teach you how to do this now.
Yeah.
And I think there might have been a cleaner way to take care of it. So after you play online, which is basically this wave horde mode, we actually showed that off when we were playing the beta. Maybe not all of it carries over here, but you'll find like busted guns that you can craft too. In this case, I also kind of want to make some more ammo. You can change the size, so like I'll craft 12 or whatever. When you start to figure out the crafting stuff, it's not too bad. But also, the game doesn't explain a lot of the smaller things of like, hey, you can craft more than like 3 pieces of ammo at a time or whatever. There's crafting for basically everything though. You can craft medicine, guns, gadgets, which maybe will give me the upgraded stuff that I want. Maybe not.
Med
Flashlight,
sprays?
med spray. I do want
There you
med
go.
spray. That's pretty good. So it's definitely this process,
Sure.
and you sort of feel better about yourself by crafting some good stuff. Let's see where we have to go next, see if we can get there nice and quick. Boy, gosh, where is it?
This map is confusing.
It's really big, and it's kind of in tiny fragments. We have to go pretty far, so I think we should go for it.
So what are those circles?
So these little circles will tell you where certain things are.
Got
so
it.
you can find. So they're like, hey, there are animals here, or hey, there's more
Cubanos.
more cubanos that you can find. Really, really good. And one thing that you can do is you can put little stamps on the map. So over here, I can be like, there are goats, or I can change whichever one. Like, hey, I
Cool.
found ammo here, like whatever.
For your
So the
reference.
map can be overwhelming, but at the very least, you do have the ability to sort of find your way around a little bit better. Let's venture into that deep, deep waste and see what we can find.
Let's do it.
We can go from there. We'll probably die. We'll probably die alone and unwarned.
Oh,
Everybody going, well, that's what you get.
that's what you get.
That's what you get for playing Metal Gear Survive.
Yeah.
And I am like, I'm gonna play this to its fullest.
Yeah,
I'm gonna sit down.
I
I'm
respect that.
gonna give this a fair chance. I'm
Yeah.
going to give folks a review that isn't necessarily just screaming at Konami. Konami
Right.
sucks or whatever. Maybe Konami sucks a little,
Yeah, I mean,
but
it's still possible.
my job is also to really check things out. Oh, that's right.
Sure.
I don't really show up on the map anymore, so we definitely have to go south.
Cool.
How much more south can we get?
Hey,
Hey, where are we at? What is that little...
another
Oh,
one.
no, they're so large. Is it going to turn on me and see me?
What?
Oh,
It's doing something.
I hate this. Again, it's doing more weird stuff. Holy
This is
fuck,
so
it's
weird.
a dinosaur.
Oh, that
in
looks
a
pretty.
cross- boy, gosh.
This feels good. Oh, there was a light. What was that light?
Oh, over there. Yes, cool. Paul, I found it.
Yes.
Cut right there. It's amazing. I found it right away after 2
Such
seconds of searching.
Professional.
Magical.
Nice.
Fantastic. You guys see how good I am at Metal Gear Survive? I'm the best. Yeah, let's go towards this beacon. I think that will pretty much take us where we need to go. Oh,
Hey.
look at this.
look at
And look
that.
at they put some zombies in my
There you
path.
go.
This is kind of better. This is kind of the experience that I'd like. Oh, there's a
Oh,
lot
there's a
of
lot
them.
of these guys.
Okay.
Oh, don't mind me.
Maybe more than I was
Yeah.
willing to deal with.
Just gonna get right past you guys.
I can arbitrarily. Fuck you! I just wanted to do
Nice.
it. I just wanted to do it.
Yeah.
Oh,
Target
there's
practice.
more.
Oh, wow.
So I guess I like the visual of them coming through the mist and stuff, but also, boy gosh,
A lot of them.
what is this? What are we doing? Can I climb
Why
this?
are we
Please let
doing
me know that. Please say that I can climb this.
Activate the wormhole transport.
Oh, actually, that's even better.
Oh, cool.
Magic, razzle dazzle.
So that just
using-
gives you a new barricade option?
I think so, and it also just gets stuff out of my way, which is really good. This will get me some
Dope.
water.
Hey,
Some
dirty
delicious
water.
dirty water. Oh, they're still
They're on
coming,
your-
so maybe
yeah.
I shouldn't loot so much stuff right now.
I remember some of these structures.
They'll never find. Oh God, you know what? I'm gonna risk it.
Do it.
Heather, what are you doing? Oh, just a lockpick minigame? We've established that I'm a big fan of these.
There are zombies on your tail.
Yeah, I know. It's great.
It's okay.
Okay. They're going to show up behind me and I'm going to scream like a little girl. Flame arrows, worth it. Never mind, this was great. I made a great decision. The tricky thing is talking while playing Metal Gear Survive.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh no.
No, you can take this dude.
Well, I need his delicious energy. If I want to. Ready? Wait for it. Survive.
Hey.
Hey, roll credits. We did it, gang. Metal Gear Survive.
We beat it.
All right. So usually when you activate things in this world, you usually end up with a lot of bad stuff going on. So we're going to have to probably activate this teleporter to get back to where we need to go. And this is where some of the more tower defensive stuff comes in. Because once I do that, the enemies are actually going to just straight up start coming for me.
Gotcha. So it just like triggers a sequence.
Yeah, so sometimes I wish that this game had a little bit more stealth. Often I wish that this game had a little bit more stealth. But one thing that I can do is gear up for these sort of horde mode experiences, and I guess
I like that.
it can be fun, except a lot of the early missions have been go to this place, do this horde mode thing, and I think the game definitely works best when you are actually just sneaking around, finding stuff, maybe punching animals, again, in-game.
In-game.
Boy, that poor fox.
Damn, he
it's a
had it
wolf.
coming.
I keep on, you know
Yeah.
what, it's such a poor wolf that I keep on calling it the wrong thing because I'm a dope. We definitely need to replenish our
Oh, yeah.
oxygen.
Oh,
no,
no.
shit.
Let's go get a couple dudes.
Yeah, so we're gonna have to, in order to prepare for this, I really need to. I almost walked into my own
Oh,
explosive.
can you actually activate it?
I think it would be a bad idea
Yeah, let's
for
not
me to find out
Yeah.
because you tend to be a pretty fragile in this game, all things considered. Yeah, we got more coming. But I need it, or else I'm going to straight up die.
Yeah, that's not good.
I kind of like the image of them floating up in the air, like
Yeah.
silly stuff. All right. So I think we definitely have enough now to replenish our oxygen. No.
No.
Crap. We really need to.
Oh,
we really need to
there.
go over it. Let's. Oh, he's gonna.
Oh,
Sucks
sick.
for you.
I
All right,
know,
so
bro,
this is getting a bit better.
but used to work.
Wow, we are coming down to the wire. So this is when the game can actually get really exciting. When I need to grab energy in order to not die. Oh boy,
How much do you need?
I need a ton. I need a fair amount anyway. Oh no, I'm messing up my menus. What if that's what kills me?
The menu kills you.
You know what? I don't need that. Machete.
Nice.
So let's definitely resource harvest some of these guys, just because we're gonna need it, and then we can do the final defense thing. This is great.
Yay.
This is the kind of nonsense that I'm actually here for.
Yeah, this seems like it's pretty fun, actually.
Yeah, it's not too bad. Not brilliant.
Yeah.
But also, you know what? I can deal with it. Yeah. Okay, let's harvest a ton of dudes. We can send some of them up with our little extraction balloons too. My food getting pretty low though, which means that my health is going to get low. So I like when these systems interact with each other, for sure. A little less impressed with map navigation and a couple other things.
Sure. Nice.
But this whole experience at the end here, really good.
Yeah.
Tense.
It just took, 50 minutes to get here.
Took a while to get to where we needed to go.
Yeah.
I'm really running out of oxygen. I think it's a durability thing. Because we need to defend for a couple minutes. Or we will probably need to defend for a minute or two.
So it's just like while it's activating or something?
Yeah, because it's going to draw all these baddies towards us, and that's a pain. Oh, we're so close. We need like one more. We're going to be cutting it close. Maybe I die.
Yeah, you know what?
Maybe I die. Maybe I don't. Wait for it. Survive. Roll,
Damn it,
roll,
Heather.
roll the
Come
credits
on.
again. Oh gosh, I'll be
Jeez.
here all day. Seriously, I'm gonna be here all day.
I'm definitely telling
I'm
HR.
not going anywhere.
Yeah.
I'm definitely not going anywhere. All right, so now we got some enemies coming in.
Order until the reactivation process is
I'm just getting really aggressive here because I need
We need
resources.
some Cubanos.
Yeah, I really need them.
That's cool though, the way it sort of forces you
We're about to leave the mission
to
area.
get your like
I'm about to leave the
overextend.
mission area. Crap, I am so low on oxygen.
Oh god.
Well, okay, we gotta really try for it.
Yeah, yeah.
I have no oxygen though. I'm gonna start dying really quick. Oh boy.
Ooh.
Okay. Yeah, I need.
Oh, shit.
So I'm gonna start dying.
Your life is dangerously low.
Oh, it's gonna be real
Heather,
close.
no.
It's gonna be really close. It's gonna be really close.
Heal yourself quickly.
Oh god.
I need their delicious energy. Oh my gosh, let me collect stuff. Oh no, I'm gonna
No.
die. Ah! Heather?
Heather.
Heather? Heather! I think that might be the end of it.
All right, yeah, that was
I
a
think
pretty good way to end
we
it.
didn't wait for it one more time.
Survive.
I'm just trying to
Yeah.
make it a little light. There's a lot of stuff going on here. I think the process of going out gathering stuff can be fun. The zombies attacking you and managing resources can be tense. It's just weird.
Yeah.
The world is really gray and homogenous. It's hard to find out where to go sometimes. The fog makes it really difficult, and I get what they're doing. I don't think it completely works. Also, giant Brachiosaurus monster.
Yeah.
Not a big fan.
Where did that come from?
It's a ton. So approach this game with caution, I think. I'm going to keep on playing, and maybe it really picks up once you start to have more gear. But if you are interested in sort of an online experience of survival, maybe it's what you need. But if you're really looking for Metal Gear and a lot of environmental sneaking and stuff, I don't think you're going to find it here. But hopefully that was informative. Hopefully you enjoyed yourself. We are going to go. This was Heather,
And Paul.
and we hope that you guys have a wonderful day. Take it easy.
Peace.